Welcome, everybody, to Season 3 of the Slasher Smash podcast. I am John, and my other two colleagues are assholes. This is Matt and Tiffany.
Hello!
Yep.
Is anybody else good at explaining what Season 3 is? Because I've been trying to think of a way, and I have nothing.
Season 3 pins all of us against each other. We're going to be playing for points this season. We have 4 topics that we're doing, and we spin it on a wheel, and we'll pick it.
4 random topics.
We randomly select decade and genre, right, with the spinner wheel?
Yes.
Correct.
Right now, we're doing the 1970s psychological horror. Each one of us will be selecting a movie, watching it, and then what we do is we're each going to grade each other on the movie to see who had the movie that was closest to the actual theme.
Yep, so this time, 1970s psychological, which I'm going to say it right now. Already a good choice.
Mm-hmm.
Matt is starting us off this month.
Matt, what did we watch?
We watched Black fucking Christmas. Not fucking, sorry, scratch that. Black Christmas. That was the porno version of that, and it was much different.
I would have watched it simply for the house mother that kept hiding booze all over the house.
You just like because her last name was Mac, so you kept calling her Big Mac.
She was a little overweight too, so it fit.
I love this fucking movie. Was awesome though.
I'm so happy that we're watching actual good horror movies.
That's
and
what
not
I was gonna
shitty.
say. I'm so excited to watch a good movie.
I actually got scared at one point in this movie, like legit fear. It was great.
Do you want to know what's crazy? Like, the cinematography, like there's not a whole lot of goofy camera angles in this, but there's a couple. It reminded me of what was the first episode we ever did?
The Intruder, wasn't it?
Oh, the Intruder.
That was it.
Yeah.
It reminded me of shots from that, and I was like, oh, I'm already getting good vibes.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Definitely.
Matt, do you want to give a brief summary of your movie?
Black Christmas is a 1974 Canadian slasher film,
Which you can tell.
produced and directed by Bob Clark. Yeah, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Hey there, Bob. Hey, Bob.
Nice.
You did some good work there, Bob.
That was a good flick, Bob.
And written by Roy Moore. And it stars a bunch of actresses that, I don't know who. The only one I recognized was the chick who played Lois Lane, and I don't know who the hell that was.
Maggie,
Was that actually her?
Yeah, it was. I looked it up. Maddie.
Really?
Margaret Kidder is her name.
Oh,
Margot
yeah,
Kidder?
no, she's in there.
Marget. There's a T on there.
I think the T's
Margaret
silent.
Kidder.
She's French.
Oh, yeah. Her best-known
Margot.
portrait, Lois Lane, yes. Okay, so yeah, she was in there.
Played. I don't know if she's the one you were thinking of, but she does play in a lot of the Superman movies.
Yep, it was. No,
Okay.
that was it. Okay, so inspired by the urban legend, The Babysitter and the Man Upstairs, and a series of murders that took place in the Westmount neighborhood of Montreal, Quebec, Moore wrote the screenplay under the title Stop Me. The filmmakers made numerous alterations to the script, primarily shifting it to a university setting with young adult characters. It was shot in Toronto in 1974. And the budget. Let's talk the budget.
Ooh,
Budget!
I want to guess.
Okay, so what kind of budget do you guys
1974.
think this had?
And again,
Canadian.
this was 1974.
It's 1974.
Wait, we gotta go Canadian dollars and shit. God damn it!
No, it's in. Shut the fuck
Okay.
up. It's in American dollars, but
What is Canadian currency?
well,
It's really
I think
stupid.
I don't know. Just
Did you say it's really stupid? Don't be a dick.
Yeah, hold on. It's called, it's just called the Canadian dollar. Don't they have coins that are called really weird things?
If ever this becomes
call 'em
popular,
coins.
John, you just pissed off a country that makes
No
us
shit.
look like not war criminals.
They'll get over it.
And filled with serial killers. So congratulations. What kind of budget did this film have?
1974 money.
Mhm.
It was actually really well done. $3 million. I feel like I overshot it,
I
but
feel like
think
that's
I'm
really a
sticking with it.
lot. I'm gonna go with 1 million, and I still feel like that's too much.
All right, so Tiff is the winner by being closest. You're both fucking over, though. The estimated budget of this was $686,000.
Damn it.
Oh, damn.
I only
That'd
guessed that because there was a lot of set pieces.
and it was distributed by Warner Brothers in North America. Eventually grossing, guess how much it made?
Oh, all right, here we go. I don't. Have you heard of it before this?
I did because I watched the remake, but
I
Yeah.
have not.
I'm gonna guess it grossed 1.5 mil.
If it put all that in there, I'm gonna go with $1 million if that's how much was put into it.
So 686,000 was put into it, and it grossed $4,053,000.
Good
It
for
did
them.
very well.
Good.
So,
As it should have.
amazing.
All right.
It is a great flick.
This movie started the call is coming from in the house trope.
Which
I guess that.
No, we were shocked because we thought that was a stranger in the house, and it's not. It started with this. This was the first movie to do that. And on top of that, Black Christmas, while it had mixed reviews, since it was like reappraised with film historians, noting that it was one of the earliest slasher films ever, and it also was praised for its influence on John Carpenter's Halloween. So this influenced a lot of things into the horror world, which is just fucking amazing. It earned a massive cult following since its release.
I wonder if that's going to be a theme since we're in the 1970s.
Could be.
If there's going to be a lot of like, oh, this movie started this, and this movie was a big influence on these.
If you pick good ones.
Shut up, John. Excludes you, bitch.
That's true. You got to pick good ones, too.
Okay.
It had novel writings by Lee Hayes that was published in 1976, as well as 2 remakes following in 2006 and 2019.
Okay.
Essentially, a quick thing on the plot. An unseen man climbs into the sorority house as kind of just the intro to the whole concept. The phone starts ringing, and the sorority sisters get stalked and basically harassed with phone calls. They don't know who's calling the house. They don't know where the calls are coming from. And one by one, as they start to kind of leave for the holidays, or some of the people leave for the holidays, they start actually dying off. Nobody knows where they are. They start contacting the police for missing persons. They don't get taken seriously. They continue on, and this murder keeps killing people off left and right until it was basically too late for them to realize that there's something seriously wrong with this house.
Yeah, that was a great summary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're damn fucking right it was, John. That's how it's done.
Settle down, Stephen King.
See, this is what happens when Matt goes first, John. We can't have Matt go first.
Yeah, too much ego. Okay, so I do have a question, though, Matt. As you have seen the 2006 remake, how did it compare?
Okay. So, the 2006 remake, I would say, is worth a watch. It's not nearly as good, but it's a different kind of fucked up.
Okay.
It is, and you'll know right away when you watch this, you will fucking know what I'm talking about. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay. So I'll switch and go to Tiff. Tiff, what is your biggest takeaway? Like, what did you most enjoy about this film?
I enjoyed how they told the story, because it was a lot of, oh, it could be this. No, they're leading this way. No. Now they contradicted that by doing this. Like, I was constantly going back and forth as to trying to figure out who the killer was. And I really like when movies do that, instead of just being like, oh, it's this person, all of it's going here, and then it's just like some fucking random person. This one did it not so, it didn't do it where it was like that. It was kept you on the edge. It kept you guessing, like, that bitch is sus. That could be it.
Anything else? Because I know you're a huge, like, the writing has to be good person. Was there any part of the writing that you were like, fuck, I don't know if I really dig that, or another thing that stood out, whatever?
A part of me is upset with the ending, just because of how they left it.
Oh, I thought the ending was great.
No, it's good. But internally, it's like, I don't have an answer. I need an answer.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So
because they leave it
I'm
up
not going to ruin it, but
they leave it up to interpretation.
It's one of those where you're like, oh, fuck.
They don't.
Yeah.
you.
I don't want to
yeah,
give it away.
it's-
Well, I mean, it came out 50 years ago, but
yeah, no, it's the writing. The writing was good. They did is they did the they took a story where you didn't need a whole lot of details. It was a sorority house that a holiday was coming up. Some girls were leaving, some girls were staying. Like, that's all you needed to know. Was there was a group of girls in this place, and now there's a killer that seems to be hunting them. Like, I wasn't asking for more. I did, as far as story goes. It was
I agree.
it was satisfying as far as the info that they had told us. And
Yeah,
Nash is a douche.
Nash is a douche, 100%. I agree that they didn't give you too many details or unnecessary shit. You got what you needed out of the story without having too many questions. Matt, what did you like the most about this?
Honestly, I really can't single out one specific thing. I really do love this movie. I think that it had parts that made me laugh a lot. I really appreciate that in a horror movie, because the concept is that even if you're dealing, especially with slasher films that you don't know you're even in, with like these characters are, right? You're still going to have some comedy. People like to laugh. They fucking tell jokes all the time. Shit's funny. And especially just the general attitude with the fucking cops. Fuck, was that hilarious.
That was good.
Oh my
that was
God.
Very good.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, that was funny. I think, honestly, the comedy I do like the most out of all of it. But I can't pinpoint just that. The whole setup was really good. I was pretty impressed with this. I didn't think I would be that impressed.
Yeah.
Did you get any sort of vibes from another movie out of this? Because I did.
Well, I mean, I've gotten vibes from our original movie, The Intruder, a little bit.
Yes.
But also mine's a little bit skewed because I've seen the remake. So for me, I'm also going back to that and thinking, okay, how does this differ from the remake?
Well, that's fair. I got Pin vibes from it. There was certain shots.
I'm so proud of you. You remember the name of that movie.
I did. But it makes me wonder, because that was also Canadian. That was a long time ago, and that one also dealt with mental illness. And I'm pretty sure this movie dealt with mental illness without really saying it, because they never say it. Clearly the person that was making the phone calls and everything is suffering from some sort of traumatic split personality thing.
A split personality disorder, for sure.
And it just, I don't know, maybe mental health was more of a thing up in Canada, way ahead of the rest, well, way ahead of the US. Maybe I don't really know any facts about that, but it just, I mean, 2 movies from when was Pin? Was that 79?
I'd have to
early
look it
80s.
back up. Are you looking it up? Otherwise, I'll Google it.
I'm not. You can, but I mean, that's
I turned my fucking keyboard off.
Pretty fucking good concept. It's as far as like psychological horror and shit. Like some of those phone calls.
1988.
1980. Okay, but still early. But
yeah,
those like whoever did the acting on the phone, that was fucking creepy, dude.
Yeah, you couldn't tell if it was a recording or if it was multiple people on the phone, but it sounded almost like one person.
Especially outside the basement door at the end. Like, holy fuck. That was, I mean, convincing.
Yeah. They did very good with being sound aware.
Yeah. That's what I really enjoyed the sound of this. I really enjoyed the creative shots. If I had to say something bad about this movie, it was a little dry in some areas, a little slow, maybe, but not in a bad way. I mean, I was like, oh, okay, a little lag in here, and then it just picked right back up. I mean, there's not a lot of gore. The kills aren't super creative, but they're good.
The kills are effective.
Yes,
with the
and
sound.
That's why they're creative, the way they're shot and everything, and the sounds and.
So if you have a thing against gore, this movie isn't that bad. It's really not that bad.
Now, granted, they say pig cunt, fat pig cunt in it.
It's explicit. If you are upset with certain words, it is explicit.
It's very explicit. but I would almost call this a classy horror film, in my opinion.
Ryder disagrees.
Ryder's like, this movie
Fuck
was
that guy.
cinematic gold.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked it. I would say that you definitely picked a movie that fell right into 1970s psychological horror. I can't argue that. Which means me and Tiff really got to step our game up with what we picked.
That's the thing though, is I've been struggling.
With your split personality?
Yes. No. I've been struggling trying to figure out how psychological this really was. Because I was kind of hoping for more, like when I think of psychological horror, I look at the fact that it's mental disabilities. Like it's something in your brain. Your brain is playing tricks on you one way or another. I didn't get, it seemed like there was someone with mental disabilities, but we don't know who. So it's hard for me. It's hard for me to describe what I'm trying to say, is why I'm conflicted with trying to get the psychological horror.
I think I get what you're saying, but the call is coming from inside the house thing. That is a psychological mindfuck. Like that is scary on a psychological level, because it's not some hulking beast with sharp teeth or a super strong dude that can't be killed with a knife. Now your brain's running wild. Who is it? Where are they? What are they doing? You don't know any of this. All you know is you're in a house that's completely locked up with the fucking killer right now. I'd say that's pretty psychological.
Well, and on top of that, there's consistently calling you and attempting to freak everyone out in that house.
Yeah. I mean,
They're
in my
fucking
mind,
with them the entire time.
Okay, so I had to look it up real quick, which I'll just do it over here. A psychological horror movie is a subgenre of horror that focuses on the mental and emotional states of its characters, aiming to unsettle the audience by creating a sense of paranoia, anxiety, and doubt through unreliable narrators, disturbing imagery, and ambiguous situations, rather than relying heavily on external threats like monsters or gore. Is the definition.
And you figure this killer convinced that girl, Jess, to beat the shit and kill Peter.
Yeah, that's so fucked.
That is true.
I mean, not to mention, just the stress throughout that whole thing. That's fucked up.
That is fucked up, because you pinpoint Peter. Had to be Peter. Had to be.
They definitely made him the red herring. He was the red fucking herring.
I thought I saw his green sweater when he fucking grabbed her by the hair.
You did. You did. But I mean, there's tons of green sweaters out there, I suppose.
No, there's only one. It's owned by a guy named
Peter.
There's
only fucking one.
That was fucked. Dude, I did not see that ending coming at all. There was so many ways to go. But then, like, we had to remind ourselves, all of us, several times, like, this movie was made before the horror tropes. So this kind of set the precedent for them. So what you're thinking is like, oh, this is going to happen, and then it doesn't, but something else does, and you're like, oh! That's the noise I made a few times.
What was that again?
Yeah.
I'm not replaying that.
I think you should.
I think it usually only takes him 10 seconds to get to that noise.
I'd give it 3.5.
12 if I've been drinking.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't. Do you guys want to give her a rating out of 10? Also that Saxon guy, the detective, fantastic performance.
Fuller.
Yes.
Detective Fuller.
Ken Fuller.
That was really good.
Yeah, he did a really. He didn't have like a huge part in the movie. Like you'd only see him for like a matter of 10 seconds at a time. On certain scenes.
It was short, but
he was
really good.
He was really good. Mm-hmm.
I actually kind of liked the added actors in there that were just part of everyday type things, or maybe not even everyday type things, but like goes along with the story, but are having their own fucking thing going on. Like the guys from the search party just showing up and doing that, or the carolers, or
those guys
were fucking funny.
They were so Canadian.
Even in the police station, not just having the main reception person and the detectives, like there were other officers who were bringing people in and stuff at the time, so it felt very
the fucking guy that got shot with the fucking buckshot. I mean,
that
that's
has no
hilarious.
point to the story. There's
Right,
no
there's
point of it to the
nothing.
story. But that's what happens in
But
a police station. Weird shit like that
But
happens.
That's how you know it's the 70s. A man can fire buckshot into a cop's ass, and everybody just kind of makes.
And
jokes
they weren't
instead.
thrown into jail yet.
In Canada.
Yeah. Oh yeah, in Canada.
In Canada. But it's like, okay, it adds to kind of a real life experience that, hey, other shit is going on too.
Yeah.
That takes you kind of a little bit out of it, nowhere near enough that you're still in this horror flick. But
That's also what I
it's
think
just
is
awesome.
I think that was also part of the 13-year-old that got killed.
Mhm.
Not part of the actual psycho killer that we were focusing on, but it was just something that was happening simultaneously as this was going on.
Yeah, hard to say. They never actually state if that 13-year-old was killed by the killer or not. They state she was killed by a killer.
By a killer,
They do
yes.
state that, but they don't know. I mean, they don't know if, and that would make sense. They wouldn't know.
No.
And for them not to ever find the attic, which is fucked up beyond all belief. But
again, they thought it was solved.
But that didn't detract from the story at all or take away anything.
No.
Yes, it doesn't take away from the story. The nice thing about this is, like, okay, so I know that in the remake, they kind of fixed that whole concept of, because a lot, the one part of me that's a little bit more skeptical is, okay, yeah, why wouldn't the cops go in the attic though? Why wouldn't they search that whole fucking house? Like, by rights, they should have.
Because you still have that one initial missing girl yet.
Yeah, and
they never found her.
Yeah.
Well,
and
they thought Peter was the killer.
But it would still make sense to search the premises. Yeah.
No, I agree with that part. That was bad.
And that's the only thing I would say negative against that was just the fact that they didn't search the whole house. But I do know that in the remakes they kind of fixed that by the house kind of having areas that you don't know about or nobody knows about.
Okay, so yeah, I get that. Like a hidden door type thing to some sort of
kind of, yeah, a little bit.
I get you. Okay,
fair enough.
All right, do you want to give her a rating out of 10?
Oh man,
because it's mine. I'll go just because it's mine. I'm gonna be as honest as possible,
as all of us should be.
Fuck you, Tiff.
I was aiming that at John.
I don't care. I really did enjoy this flick.
I did too, surprisingly.
I'm debating between an 8 and a 9.
I was actually thinking of going 8.5. To be honest,
I'm bouncing back and forth between that, and the reason being, I'm going to give it a 9. The reasoning behind that is the first fucking movie to ever use the mindset of somebody's calling from inside the house, which is fucking amazing. I never even knew that before.
Love that.
And B, the fact that this influenced directors the director for what the hell? Who the hell is that guy's name for Halloween?
Wes Craven. No.
No.
Wes Anderson?
Wasn't it just in our chat?
John Carpenter.
John Carpenter. Thank you.
John Carpenter.
The fact that it influenced that movie so much, I'm giving it a 9. And it's my own, so fuck you, Tiff. It's a 9.
No, that's fine.
That's fine. Tiff's gonna get it a -9.
Yeah.
No.
Just to even it out.
No, that's only if we were watching Alone in the Dark for the 15th fucking time.
Fuck, that
Best
gets a
1970s psychological movie, Alone in the Dark. That's what I'm picking.
made in the fucking 2000s.
It took a while to get pressed to the film, all right?
Yeah.
All right, Tiff, what do you give her?
I would definitely have to say I'm going to go with an 8 because I really did thoroughly enjoy it, and I really don't really have negative things to say about it as far as, being really like movie critique-ish, pinpointy kind of thing, especially because we just got done watching all those fucking terrible horror movies. This was a breath of fresh air.
It
was so great.
Goddamn fresh air.
So I am going to go with an 8 out of 10 because I was thoroughly shocked at how much I enjoyed this movie. And I'm really giving it the 8 because of that one eyeball scene. That freaked me the
Oh,
fuck
that
out.
was
It
fucking
gave me
freak-
That was
chills.
so good.
Like, I was on edge the whole entire movie, but once it showed that part, I was like, uncomfortable beyond all belief.
Yeah.
So it was really
appreciated I appreciated that scene. I also appreciated the fucking going crazy up in the attic scene, just to add context to how fucking raged this guy was, or how crazy he would
after
get.
the taxi
Lot of
driver
rage.
went away.
Yeah.
Okay,
When he
gotcha.
destroyed up there,
Yes.
all the shit. Yeah, it's super
Yeah.
traumatic. I'm gonna have to go with a hardcore 8.5.
Can we do points? Are we doing that?
We're doing them now.
All right, good by me.
Shall we move
yeah.
on to trivia?
We do have trivia. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Go fuck yourself.
Is that McDonald's? Did you say
Yes.
McDonald's?
Yeah, I did. First question. Who directed Black Christmas?
Oh,
Son
for
of a
fuck's sake.
bitch.
I've only fucking said it like 3 fucking times.
I know, but I wasn't paying attention.
Well, sucks to you. Be you.
Picture a guy with a beer belly, kind of balding on top, probably shirt unbuttoned a little further down, and then he's got a gold chain. What do you think his name is?
John.
Okay. Let's ignore everything I wear on the
You set yourself
weekend.
up for that up, bitch.
Let's ignore my Saturday morning attire.
I'm gonna be. I don't remember. I did not. There was so many names. I did not pay attention.
So
John, what is
okay,
even though
so
you
you're
don't
quitting.
get the
Bob
point.
Clark.
Yeah, Bob Clark. He's absolutely correct for
There you
0
go.
points. Congratulations. All right,
Wow.
John.
John, you get
Here we
negative
go.
because you answered it.
I'm gonna get this wrong.
Yeah, you probably will. This is not an easy one, but I also read this 3 times. The first draft of the script, the film had a different name. What was it?
Oh fuck! I just read that before. Stay out.
That is incorrect, John. Go fuck yourself. Tiff, do you know?
Damn it!
No.
Stop me.
Stop
Damn
me.
it.
Damn it. I knew it was a
Was
very
the-
2
no.
or 3 word name. Fuck.
All right, we're doing good so far here, team. Moving
In
on
all
to
fairness,
Tiff
I have not been paying attention, so John will beat me in trivia today. I can already see it.
That is not true.
You'll
I
beat me by
forgot
1
scenes
point.
that- I forgot
You-
scenes that happened in the movie right after they happened.
So, Tiff, with question 3, what does the sorority nickname the obscene phone caller?
The moaner.
That is correct. Tiff has
Because
the
I
first
hate it
point
because
on
it's
the
not the
board.
moaner. It wasn't moaning. Fucking
John moans
terrible
a lot,
nickname.
especially when there's Krispy Kreme involved.
Especially when there's steps involved.
Okay.
Wow,
This has
Tiff.
been a great podcast.
In all fairness, I do huff and puff when I go up like a flight or 2 of stairs. So I'm not. I do the same thing. I will admit this.
All right, moving on to question. Will this be 4?
Before.
John, who was the first victim?
Do you need a first and last name or just a first name will
Just
suffice?
a first name
Okay.
will suffice.
I fucking forgot her first name.
Aw, John, I know this one. Switch questions with me.
Is it? It's not Jess.
I would
And
fucking
Claude
hope
was
not.
the cat.
He
What the
remembers the
f-
cat's name.
I remember
10
the
seconds,
fuck
fuckbag.
Oh my god! I'm
just
gonna
kidding. I'm
it
just
was-
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Her name was Juniper.
No.
That is incorrect. Tiff, for no
It was
fucking
Claire.
points. What do you think?
It was Claire.
Claire. Yes.
Claire.
Tiff, for question number, what would this be? 5. Currently the score is 0 John. Just remind everybody for the folks at home, and I love saying it. 0 John and 1 point to Tiff currently. Okay, so question 5. What is the name of the sorority house mother?
Juniper. Just say
It's not even for you, you fucker. It's for Tiff.
Fuck, I just remember her last name is Mac. Mother Mac is what they call her. First name. All I can think of is Mac. Fuck.
Well,
Her
that's
last name
not
is
enough. I
Mac.
need more than that.
I know, her last name is Mac.
Big.
It's not Big Mac. Shut the
So-
fuck up. I don't remember her first name.
Okay. I didn't need a first name, but Mac is close. But I can't give you the full point because that's not her full last name. It's Mrs. McHenry. So they all called her Mac, but
never
Mac
said.
McHenry.
They never.
You know what? To
said
be perfectly
McHenry.
honest, I
said
think
Mac.
that they did, and I also think that picture in the last scene where he calls from, we see a picture by the telephone pole by the telephone that states Mick something. I think it said McHenry,
Oh, well, if that's where it showed it, I didn't fucking see that.
like the McHenry sisters. I believe it said.
All right.
So,
Oh.
anyways, John with question 6.
Woo-hoo. Oh.
Who was the second victim?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Mrs. McHenry. Or Miss McHenry. Miss McHenry.
I'm taking your first one, Mrs. McHenry. You're absolutely right. If you would have
Yes.
fucking got that wrong, I would have laughed my ass off.
I couldn't remember when Barb got killed.
She was the second to last.
Why,
I mean,
why are you talking about this, Tiff?
Because I'm helping
Okay,
him
so it's
he
1
can
to
win,
1.
So he's not wallowing.
Next question for Tiff. With what does the killer kill Barb with?
Hopefully you'll take any answer. A glass unicorn statue, the pointy tip of it.
You're absolutely
That-
correct. They listed here as a glass unicorn figurine. I'll definitely
Okay,
take
I
that.
wasn't sure
Well
if
done.
there was specific
Sorry,
wordings.
figurine and statue are not the same thing.
Shut the
fuck
fuck
yourself.
up, John, or I'll beat the living tar out of you.
Theoretically,
Well, I do
have
time.
Matt is the one asking trivia. Matt is the one that determines what counts as points. Shut the fuck up.
Don't make it.
All right, so Tiff has 2, John has 1. A close game. Okay, John, what year was Black Christmas released?
1974.
You're correct.
I was gonna
Tied
say,
up,
please
2 to
tell
2.
me that you didn't fucking do that. All right.
We only have 2 questions left, so you each have 1 left. Okay, tied up 2-2. Jess beats Peter to death with what?
I don't know if I know what a fire poker? Is that what it's called? A fire
Correct.
poker? Okay.
Yeah.
Tiff has 3 points.
John, it's all or
let's see
nothing,
if you can
bitch.
tie it up. Whose screams are drowned out by the Christmas carolers?
Wasn't it Barb?
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Confident?
You're absolutely right. It was Barb.
Yeah.
So you each got 3 and tied up. Good job.
Yeah.
Wait.
I
That's
didn't lose to John.
No, you
I didn't lose to Tiff.
No, you didn't. You're both
All right.
still losers, but you didn't lose to each other.
That's
Congratulations.
fine. I just don't want to lose to John.
But that's fine. That's because of poor life choices. This time I got
That's
the
valid.
answers right. All right, let's go back to what we used to do in season 1. Matt, slash or smash?
Oh, I would smash this for years to come. I don't know if I'd put a ring on it, but maybe a promise ring.
Wow, that's cool. I didn't know that you were a freshman in high
That's
school. again.
awfully. I didn't
yeah.
expect it was gonna get that dedicated.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge fucking fan. I'd smash the hell out of this, and I would.
I
commit
would
a little bit.
hold this
Little bit.
movie's hand at the old skating rink.
Ooh, nice.
Careful not to slice yourselves on your blades.
That's fair. I'm definitely giving it a smash rating. Tiffany?
Agreed. I would smash this.
Ooh, I've got a better scenario. I would smash this as hard as Miss McHenry smashed her fucking alcohol booze bottles.
Damn.
That's pretty impressive. That bitch threw that shit back.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
I really like this. I'm glad we watched this. We are starting out this season strong, unlike every month of last season.
Oh my god. So much better.
Tiff, do you know what you're choosing for the next one?
It's split between 2. I'm gonna look up some trailers and see if that can help me narrow it down to the one I want to select.
All right, well, Tiffany will be picking the movie next time, and I'm sure it'll be something good, or you'll never see Tiffany on this podcast again. All right, thank you, everybody, for watching, listening, whatever you're doing. Give us a good 5-star rating, and
Also,
we'll see you next.
Also, I didn't interrupt you. I said it in between your words. Also, join our Discord so you can get notified as to when we have watch parties.
Hell
join
yeah,
our
and when
Facebook.
episodes come out and everything.
Yes, join our Facebook. We also have our pretty much. Are we on every social media? I only pay attention to Facebook.
We're not on X or Twitter or any of that because I hate that shit. So
Fair enough. I don't like them either. So also, if you're
Facebook,
on Facebook,
Instagram, Threads. That's a thing.
Our cult?
that's the next one. Shut up. You're getting too much information. But yeah, so join us so you can get notified so you can watch the watch party with us and then really enjoy these thorough podcasts that we do.
Yeah. And if you're joining us late, maybe we'll start a Patreon and post our watch parties. I don't know. That's something.
Only if you guys really ask and beg and please.
No, we're not going to put that stipulation because nobody's asking or begging.
Smash the like button, please. Smash that like button, bitches.
And come on, guys, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe. No, fuck that. Like our shit, give us a cool rating, and come hang out with us. We're lonely.
Literally just said like our shit. It's the same as saying fucking smash
Tiffany's
the like
lonely.
button. I
Shut
swear
up.
to fucking God.
I
End
am
the
a
damn
hypocrite.
podcast.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
That's something a 5-year-old would do in the back of their minivan to all the cars passing him. Just...
Yeah. Damn right. This 5-year-old just fucking picked an awesome movie. I'm fucking
You really
stoked.
did.
You did.
You really
It was a very
did.
good one.
Are we supposed to be doing something?